Hello everybody, today I'm going to share with you some pretty interesting 9-watt PL R30 size floodlight bulbs. Now a little story behind these before we start with looking at the bulbs themselves. These came from a hardware store in the University District of Seattle named Hardwick's. They recently closed here back in September due to many reasons. But it was a pretty cool hardware store. I really enjoyed going in there and walking around and looking at everything. This was actually one of the only things I bought from there. I don't remember if there was anything else. I think it was just these bulbs. I got 4 of these bulbs in their clearance lighting section. As you can see, for $2.79 a piece. They are used, but they are pretty cool. And I'm so happy to at least have had something from that really cool hardware store. So I heard that I think they're moving to Idaho, so if you live there, maybe you'll be able to go and experience the same cool things that they had in their store here in the University District. Anyway, enough of that. Let's go ahead and take a look at the bulbs themselves. I have 2 slightly different versions here. This one I taped up with electrical tape because the seam separated. And then here's a version that's a slightly different. You can see the collar around the reflector, and the reflector itself is slightly different as well. I picked up 4 of these. 3 of them are of this design, and this one's a loner all by itself. So I suppose we'll take a look at this one first. I do believe they're made by the exact same company, LumaTech Corporation. Let's see, California, that's pretty cool. Assembled in Mexico. So you can get some information here. 9-watt adapter. Of course, the typical caution information. It's called a Reflectastar. Single phase, naturally. And I'm assuming this is some type of date code. What, I don't know, the 15th week of 1991. That's just a guess, I'm not sure. These look like they're older, 30th week of 1989. I don't know. Either way, same exact company. Single phase. Does this one also reflect a star? Yeah. Notice how this one is the RAS-9Q, or is that 9D? This one has, oh, I thought it had a different thing on it. Yeah, it does. This is the 1092X Reflectastar, so maybe the reflectors are slightly different. In fact, these plastic refractor covers come off. You just twist them and they come right off. So there's the first one. There's the second one. Inside they look pretty much identical. You can see they have Sylvania or Osram bulbs just because of the hole in the middle of the PL bulb down there, so you can get some nice preheat action out of these. I do believe you have to undo those screws to get the bulb out appropriately. With these Sylvania PL bulbs, the cement that holds the tube in place to its base tends to loosen over time and fall apart, so I don't even want to try to pull that out. I would ruin it. So we're going to leave it alone. And same story with this one. Obviously this one doesn't have as many hours on it. It's not as yellow. Maybe it's not the original bulb. Maybe it was replaced at one point in time. But this one's definitely a little more yellow than that one. The screws are also not as rusty as this one in here. So here's the lens. Pretty decently thick plastic lens. Of course that goes on here, and you have your little notch that it locks into place on here. So there we go. We have the 2 different versions, and we have our socket. So let's go ahead and do this one first. Of course it's going to click because it has that style of socket where you can keep rotating and rotating and rotating to get it to the right way. Anyway, so let's turn it on. Very nice. I'll turn off these video lights here. Let's do that again. Awesome. See if we can get the starter down in there. One more time. Pretty cool. Okay, so light it up like this. I believe a 9 watt equals about a 40 watt incandescent. So nothing equivalent to a 65 watt or 75 watt R30 bulb, but a very nice, pleasing light. Absolutely. Let's turn on one of the lights here so we can change out our bulb. Go for this slightly different design here. It should be in all the way. It's starting to click. Here we go. Maybe the bulb is going bad. Or maybe the bulb is bad. Let's try it again. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to put a new bulb in it. Not a problem, I have plenty. Let's try it again. Absolutely. Okay, so I'm going to turn that off. Let me turn on the video lights here so it's going to get real bright. And since we have to replace the bulb, I'll show you how to do it. So we'll take it out here, being very careful of the sticker here on the end because it's just paper. So we'll take that off. And then we need a screwdriver, which I do have here. So let me flip it around and we can get the Phillips side of things going on here. Okay. Take out these two screws. There we go, there's one. There's a second one. So this should just come off. Yep. So there's our reflector assembly. And we have the ballast is wound down here in a circle. And of course you have the bulb itself. It is a Osram bulb. Let me see if I can get it out without breaking everything. So there we go, it's an Osram double Dulux. It's definitely at the end of its life there. So, there you can see the inside. The ballast is all wound down there in that hole. It's very hard to see because it's all black. So I'm going to go and get a bulb and be right back. Got a new bulb. They're all cool white. I don't have any warm white dual quad tube 9 watts here with me, but I have plenty of these. So here we can see Fiat Electric 9 watt 4100K. Let's compare it to the old Osram. Definitely not as thick of tubes. I like the Osram better. But this is what we have, so this is what it will receive. Put the bulb in there. I'm not pushing too hard. Now I'm going to push on the base because you don't want to break this tube. And we will put our cover back on. Oh, need to put it the correct way. There we go. And now we can put our screws back in. Fantastic. Let's go ahead and put our cover back on. And now we will have a cool white one to look at. Let's set that down. Turn off the two bigger lights here. Let's give it a whirl. So there's our now daylight colored bulb. Well, it's cool white. It's obviously not very bright. Well, it looks bright on camera, but it's not bright at all. Maybe because it's a brand new bulb, I'm not sure. It should be brand new anyway. The ballast definitely sounds different. Maybe because the bulb hasn't been worked in enough. But there we go. Now it is working again. I'm going to keep this old bulb. Eventually we'll do a video of it giving up its last blink, I suppose. The starters in the bottom of these are still good. You can still reuse them for sure. So anyway, I really do hope you enjoyed. Oh, we're not done yet. Let me show you the installation where the other two are. Okay, so here's ours in the hallway. Pretty cool. Lights everything up decently. Another note, I've left this on for a while and the ballast sounds much happier. I guess the new bulb just needed to be broken a little bit. We'll set it back down here and there we go. Okay, now we're done. I really do hope you enjoyed this video of these R30 9watt PL Preheat Fluorescent floodlights from the fantastic Hardwick hardware store in Seattle's University District. Also, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. And thank you very much for watching.